Boba Fett's Mandalorian armor is one of the most iconic character designs in Star Wars history, and now with the character seeing a prominent resurgence in his iconic armor once again in the staple of modern Star Wars in the Book of Boba Fett. But with the series coming to a close in the next few weeks, and the recent success of The Mandalorian within the past 2 years, we've come to learn a lot about Mandalorian culture and the respective armors of both Boba and Din Djarin. We come to learn of the compound known as Beskar, which is widely regarded as one of the most durable materials in Star Wars lore. We've seen it withstand lightsaber blades, blaster bolts, and even the blade of the elusive Mandalorian darksaber without breaking, but the prominence of Beskar and its attributes have seemingly led to continuity errors in regards to Boba Fett. Perhaps one of the most iconic parts of Boba Fett's armor is the distinct dent in his helmet, which he received in a duel with Cad Bane, though the state of this event's canon presence is in flux as of now. This leaves us to wonder how exactly his armor was dented, especially seeing as we've seen Din Djarin take multiple blaster shots to his plated Beskar throughout the duration of the series with minimal visible damage. This would leave us with a few different possibilities, the first being that Boba Fett's armor is not pure Beskar, and might be more closely related to the alloy that is augmented with Beskar rather than plates of raw material. Boba even states in the 4th episode of the Book of Boba Fett that his armor is in fact made of Beskar, but he does not specify whether it is pure Beskar or not. If Boba's armor is Beskar alloy, then Beskar might serve to strengthen his armor without making it as indestructible as the raw material that we see Din Djarin using, as it's currently unknown at this point in time whether or not Boba actually knows how to forge Beskar. And though at this point in time official sources have confirmed that Boba's armor is in fact Beskar, they never specify if it's pure or augmented by something else. The second option is that there was something special about Cad Bane's blaster that allowed it to be far more powerful than an average bounty hunter weapon. This would serve to elevate Bane's reputation more than it already is, and help in establishing a new threat level for the formidable bounty hunter. However, this option seems unlikely, as if the darksaber or a lightsaber couldn't pierce Beskar, I find it highly unlikely that a blaster bolt, even possessed by Cad Bane, would be able to pierce it or dent it as we see. The final option is that his encounter with Cad Bane is no longer canon, as this scene comes from an unfinished episode of the Clone Wars that has been widely assumed to be canon up until now, but has never been showcased in any canon material. If this is the case, however, then whatever hit Boba and resulted in the iconic dent could have been far more powerful than any simple blaster bolt, and seems to have been powerful enough to damage pure Beskar plating. However, personally, I believe that Boba Fett's armor is simply augmented by Beskar, but is primarily made of durasteel, which is why it is nowhere near as strong as the pure Beskar that we see Din Djarin wearing. Even though Boba's armor does not serve to be pure Beskar, however, it still proves to be highly